Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today is Friday Freebie Day. We are on number 88 and I just can't believe how quickly this week has gone. Do apologise, I haven't put any videos on this week because obviously I've been really busy, but now Andy is back from the UK. I am going to start coming back up to my craft room and getting some videos made. So I will be busy next week, hopefully. So this is the March one to go with our calendar journal. I've given you the March one now because it will fit in. So we've got 4 of the Friday freebies to go onto the Etsy shop. So anyone that's not on Facebook can pop over to the Etsy and get March with the other 3 previous ones that I've done. So this is a lovely one again. So we're into sort of like spring now. It's March. So I've got put a spring in your step as the saying on the calendar. Again, we've got the March 2020 little sign to go on the front of our journal, and then our little journal card is butterfly kisses and flower petal wishes. So I thought that was lovely. So what I'm going to do, I will cut this out and then I will come back and we will start doing a few things. I've got some new papers out, some sort of like spring colour paper, so I'll show you those and what I'm going to use, but I'm going to cut this out first, so I will be back 2 seconds. Okay guys, so I have cut this out. We are all ready to go. So I've got the little numbers there so they can pop to the side. I've got the little March little one to go on the front, which we can decorate, and I have got the little journal card and the March calendar. Now I am going to be using these papers today. Now these are in the shop, I do believe now, and these are just some lovely backing papers, and they're sort of like in lovely spring colours, and I thought they would go really nicely with obviously the March spring themed sort of like calendar journal for this month, for next month should I say. So we've got, I'm not quite sure how many bits of paper, how many printouts we've got, but I am loving them. I sort of like made them a little bit shabby so that they're the greens and yellows and blues, and I'm just loving them. I tried to make it so you can sort of like see almost like a gesso look to it, because a lot of you have asked me about gessoing paper, and they always, you add sort of like too much and things like that. So I've tried to do some of them with sort of like a gesso look on them. We've got some script under there as well, so they are really lovely. Gorgeous. Love little polka dots. So these are beautiful, lovely colours, and I'm loving them. So these are them. So I will show you what they look like. These have been printed out on, I think, 120 paper, but the ones that I've printed out for the pages in my calendar journal, look at that one, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so that's the papers that I'm going to be using, and this is what I've done here. I've printed them onto 250 GSM paper, and I've printed on the back as well. So I've got that on the front and that on the back, and again on these, and I'm just loving what they look like. Really lovely. So that is the papers. This one I had made for a previous one, but I haven't used, so I thought the greens would go work really well with that, so I'm going to pop that in there, which will work nicely. And I've made a little pocket, so just again a little vellum pocket with some of the little bits of leftover paper that I had on there, which will fits on there lovely. And I'm going to put that on the back of the calendar one, and I've just got some lovely yellow rose trim here. I've got a few bits and pieces here which are sort of like yellowy themed, spring themed, so I'm going to try and use some of those, and I've got some lovely yellow rose trim which looks really pretty on there. So that is going to go onto there. So all as I've done, I've got 3 pieces of vellum, and I've just sewn them around on here, so just made some little pockets, and I'm just going to stick that onto here with a little bit of Fabri-Tac, so that can go on there just around the edges. So nice and simple, and again I'm using the vellum so that we can see what's in the pocket, like that. So I'm just going to pop that in the middle. like that, stick that down nicely. So, and then we've got our little numbers here, so that can go in the middle pocket. The smaller ones can go, oops, I can pick it up into here like that. I'm loving these little pockets to put the numbers in because they're so easy to find then. So they're all ready for you to use. Make sure that's stuck down, and then we've got our lovely journal card. Now I think I might actually, I've got some of this beautiful ribbon, well, it's like a stretchy lacy ribbon on there. I thought I'd put that on the top, and then some of these lovely little yellow roses on there. I'm loving that, so I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to put that on there, just sort of maybe wrinkle it up just a little bit if it would stay. I might actually, let's see, look at it sewing around, maybe not. Let's just glue this on and have a look, and then that can just go on the top. Perfect. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And then that can go into our little pocket there. So lovely. Now I'm going to have to take that out for a minute because I need to do this side down here. Now let's have a look. I was going to add, see, I've got some of that as well, and I've also got this lovely sort of leaf trim, which I thought, I haven't used this for a long time, and I thought it might look quite nice along the edge. Whether I put it down there on its own or not, let's call these little bits out of the way if I can hang on to it. See, I could put that down the side like Jack and the Beanstalk, isn't it? And then I could pop one or two of these just in between. That would look quite nice actually, a little bit different. Let's cut, let's just stick some down. Let's just give it a go. Let's just stick a little bit down to start off with. There. I'm not going to cut it off until I've stuck some down. A little bit there. Work our way up. So I hope you guys have done your February one. I haven't finished my February one yet, obviously because we're not at the end of the month, but I'm a little bit behind. So that's what I will be doing this afternoon, getting all up to date so I can give you guys a quick look at what I have been doing over the weekend probably. I think I said that before but didn't quite get round to doing it. Let's just chop that little bit off. I'm going to stick these little bits down. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to stick on these actually to mark the days yet. I haven't really thought about that bit because I'm still working on February's, but I know you guys like to be ahead of yourselves, so this is why I've got March ready for you. So there we go. Does look like a little bit of a beanstalk, doesn't it? But I think it might look a little bit better when we've got some little roses on there. Let's chop some of these off and see what it looks like. So if I do it in sort of like 2s and 3s, I think this is pretty. 2, and then we have another 3 at the top. There we go. Like that. Little bit of glue. Hope I'm in view there. Stick that one down. Beautiful spring colours. Not normally the colours that I really use, greens and yellows. It does look lovely, doesn't it? Oops, I think I've stuck that one upside down. Never mind. There we go. Lovely. Look at that. That's really pretty, isn't it? So that's going to be on there. So let's just stick and make sure that's dry before we pop it in our journal. So that can go on there. Like that. Pop that to the side. We will pop you in there like that. And then we have got these ready to go. So I got ready to make some pockets and everything to put on there nearer the time. So that can sit to the side. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pop this on here. Now I've got a piece of this one, which is part of the March papers that I'm using, and I think that will fit on there nicely. But what I wanted to do is just round the edges off. Like that, so it sort of fits on there like that, which looks nice. Maybe I will just ink around the edges a little bit. Like this. Now I think March will be the last one. I'm going to just put 3 months in this, and then April I'm going to start another journal, because I haven't finished this one, and I think there's going to be enough in here for March, January, February and March. So we shall see. So I'm going to pop that on there. What shall we have? Should I take a little bit of this? Let's just pop this out of the way for a minute. I'm going to, should I glue this on underneath? Yes, maybe I will. Just a little bit of it down here. On the top, I might go around that with a sewing machine, because I did that on these here. If you can see, I've gone around these with a sewing machine, so I might do that the same so they match in a little bit better. So let's just pop some glue on there, just a little bit to hold it down, like that. And I'm going to pop to the sewing machine quickly and just sew around that. So 2 seconds. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Now let me just trim this little bit off here, like that, and on the back. And then I'm going to just pop that on the front, and I think that looks really nice. So that's January, February, March. Perfect. Let's stick this on like that. Stick it on nicely with a nice big blob of glue. Let's pop that there. Now I think I'm going to have to put the yellow rose trim on here, because I've got the red and the purple, so I think I will have to just add a little bit of the yellow so it all works well together. Just chop this bit off. Gosh, it feels like I haven't made anything for ages, so I can't wait to have a whole week next week of being up here and getting some videos made. So there we are. Oh, I like that. Doesn't that look nice? So that's our January, February and March. So let's open this up. This is where I'm going to put these. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pop March on there like that. And then I'm going to put one of these. Nice thing about it, as like we said before, having a ring binder doing this, you can add pages, take them out, move them around, which is great. I'm just going to pop those in there like that. And I also have another one, if I can pick it up, which is just a plain one, which I'm going to pop in there as well, like that, which is perfect. So that is March ready. I will probably add obviously a few more bits and pieces to it when I get going, but I'm loving it. Oops, pop you back in there like that, and I think it's lovely. But I do like these papers. I think these papers are going to go really, really well with it once I start adding bits and pieces. So there we go, guys. That is March. Let me just pop that down there. I forgot, I've got one of these little tassels. I've got stuck in it, bit of fluff, which sort of like works with the March bit, doesn't it? Just to hang it off there. I think I might do that, just pop that through like that. So we've got another little dingly dangly, oops, I just pulled the little flower off. Let's pop you back on again. There we go. Here's one. Gosh, there we go. There we go, that's better. So we've got little dingly danglies hanging off there. So that is lovely. So there we go, guys. That is your Friday freebie for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, take care, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all next week with some lovely videos. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.